It was an ordinary autumn evening when I found the old tattered journal in the dusty corner of the attic. The leather cover was cracked and faded, and I hesitated before opening it, a chill running down my spine as I thought of the stories it might hold. My grandmother had always whispered of our family's dark history, tales of witch trials and forgotten rituals. As I thumbed through its brittle pages, I realized I had stumbled upon something far more sinister than I had bargained for. The first entries were mundane, chronicling daily life in a small town that felt long forgotten. But then the tone shifted. The words grew ragged, frantic, as the author wrote about strange occurrences, a voice calling from the woods at night, shadows lurking just beyond the flicker of the candlelight, and whispers that seemed to echo from the very walls of their home. The scent of decay seemed to waft from the pages, mingling with memories of fear and despair. One entry caught my eye, detailing a ritual performed under the full moon. It spoke of a pact, a summons to something ancient and powerful. The description sent shivers through me, an icy knot of dread forming in my stomach. It suggested that the witch, my ancestor, had succeeded in calling forth a being, something that should never have walked this earth again. I dismissed it as mere folklore, yet a lingering dread clung to my mind as I closed the journal. That night, sleep eluded me. A restless wind knocked against my window and faint echoes of whispers crept into my ears, words I couldn't quite make out. As the clock struck 3, the scratching began, a relentless tapping that drew my attention to the attic door, which stood ajar, a darkness seeping through the gap. My heart raced as I remembered the stories. The very beings summoned by my ancestor were said to roam at night seeking vengeance. Against every instinct, I rose to confront the darkness. The air was suffocating as I ascended the staircase, the whispers now a cacophony. Bracing myself, I pushed the door open, and what awaited me shattered the remnants of my rationality. In the corner, shrouded in shadows, a figure twisted impossibly, its face a grotesque mockery of humanity, eyes like yawning voids. It grinned, a silent promise of horror and despair, and I finally understood. The journal was no mere relic. It was an invitation, a curse binding me to the very depths of my family's past. As the whispers reached a crescendo, I stumbled backward, realizing that what I had uncovered in the attic was more than a story. It was a warning, a reminder that some legacy should remain buried. But it was too late. The pact had been rekindled, and now it was my turn to become a part of the darkness.